Yeah. Yeah. Huh. It's on the mic, yeah. Zoe in the zone, breaking down plays like I'm coaching from home. Women's game, rise and call it throne for the queens. I'm the conduit, connecting courts with big screens. iAmZoMedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. She cross up defenders, step back, that's clean. Highlight moments, blowing up the whole scene. From buzzer beaters, the teamwork extreme. The beauty of the game, living out the dream. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the stats in my soul. Women's basketball shining, that's the ultimate role. From legends of the past to the rookies today, I document the journey, every bounce, every play. Respect on their name, they redefine the trail. Prince with iAmZoMedia, telling stories regale. iAmZoMedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand.
What's good, my people? What's good, man? It's been a minute since I've seen all of you beautiful people out there in Chicago Skyland. I don't think I've seen y'all since last post game. So it's good to get back in the fold with the Chicago Sky fans, you know, even the hyper fans. Shout out to all of y'all. Make sure y'all like the video as y'all come in. We gonna get into some Chicago Sky Game 3, final preseason game, expectations. We're gonna get into some things that we want to see be better. We want to see be consistent. And again, we do want to come out of this with the dub. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Become a member of the channel. Great perks come with that. Shout out to Dre Stewart, one of the members of the channel. What's going on? Israel Moore. Shout out to Israel. We had a back and forth on Izzy on Twitter. Hey, look. Hey, when y'all at me on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, man, look, at me. Look, I ain't hard to find. I'll pull up, man. I'll pull up. We had a good Izzy convo on Twitter. Make sure y'all go check that out. What's going on, Reddit Milky Way? We'll get to my Izzy kind of like segment in a little bit. She ain't on the Chicago Sky, so but we'll get to her in a little bit. What's going on, Skull Brain Nation? What's going on? Chicago Sky, they play at 7 Central Standard, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So and I think what is that, 4:30 Mountain West? I'm not sure. Scotty Addy, I heard Izzy was getting crowned for her failed attempts as a point forward. Yeah, she was. Again, make sure I hit the like button as y'all come in, man. Look, let's have fun today. It's the final preseason game. We want to get some things kind of like cleared up, finished up, see what the rotation looks like. I think we do got to get it. I think they'll get it down to 12 by Monday. I think Monday will be final roster cuts because Monday puts it, a week out from the first game. So most teams, you want to get at least a full week of practice with just your actual roster. You want to get locker rooms and stuff situated. So I could see them going into Monday, making their final cuts and getting it finalized. And we'll definitely do a live stream whenever the final cuts happen. We'll do a live stream and talk about that. But man, final preseason game. I've liked. I'll get to my top 5 things that I've liked so far in preseason. Number 1, I've liked the energy. I mean, just looking at it from the TV screen, it just feels different. Like watching the training camp videos, watching the press conferences, man. just watching the TikToks they make, watching the bench interactions when the players who are possibly going to get cut come in the game, like just the chemistry and the atmosphere of the Chicago Sky preseason has felt different this year. So that's my number one like takeaway. Like the atmosphere of the Chicago Sky has just felt so different. Next honestly, next would be just the coaching, man. Um the coaching seems like it's going in a good direction. The coaching seems like it's trying to incorporate what all the players do well and hide some of the things that they don't do well. What's going on, MJ? What's going on? Shout out to MJ, man. Hey, MJ, you don't got that membership next to your name. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, MJ. Let's get it. Let me see who else. Hey, Israel Moore, you don't got that membership next to your name. Let's get it. Let's get that membership, man. Let's get that membership. Uh Again, man, just the coaching. I love the double horn screen with Angel Reese. When you have an agile forward and you have a 6'7" big who's a beast at the rim, running that double horn with a smart point guard, you put shooters on the wings. They can be dangerous if they can nail down the screen at the high post. They can be a dangerous team because Vandersloot is great with no looks passes. She's great at changing directions of defenses. So her ability to dictate how the defensive shift is going to help with that double horn screen. I love the read and react that they do with the second unit. Just trying to see when you bring like the players in that are going to get perhaps limited minutes, not a lot of playing time, you always just want to get them into kind of like a read and react offense. It is a pro style offense, read and react, just to see what kind of players they are. So I'm always looking and saying, okay, what kind of players they are. If I'm the coach, I want to see if I'm gonna cut them, leave them, whatever, how they can play, who they can play with. You put them in a read and react offense and see who has great IQ, because you have to actually know basketball to be in a read and react. You can't just put every player in that kind of system. So I can tell that they're really trying to figure out what these players are really about versus like just what they see in practice. So the coaching staff has been a brush of fresh air for me as well. So number one was just the chemistry and the atmosphere, brush of fresh air, things like that. I would say next would be Vandersloot. Next would be Vandersloot. I love what she's kind of like bringing, the leadership. See, to be a leader, you highlight how great those around you are, because the more you do that, see, there's two things that come with that. When you're a leader, you're looked at a certain way, right? So for Vandersloot, you highlight Angel Reese, you highlight Camilla, you highlight HVL, you highlight Ariel Atkins, because guess what that does? They see you as the leader. So guess what that does? That makes them want to work just as much hard to prove you right and continue to do the little things so you can continue to mention them. See, that's where leaders play kind of like that mind game of, I can push you without telling you I'm pushing you, just by doing certain things, and highlighting them and excluding yourself definitely puts it in that category of being able to maneuver a locker room in a way that brings cohesiveness and a great chemistry and an understanding. So I love that Vandersloot has came in and just praised everything about the other players, what they're doing well, how they make her game easier. She talked about the pick and roll game with her and Camilla, how that can continue to change. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from Vandersloot in the preseason. She's been as advertised, right? Great in pick and roll, allowing. See, I was having this conversation earlier. I love that Vandersloot allows Angel Reese to do what Angel Reese does, and she allows Ariel Atkins to do what Ariel Atkins does. See, last year, Angel Reese would catch a rebound. What's going on, Uncle JE? What's going on, Uncle JE? Make sure y'all go follow Barbershop Sports Talk. Make sure y'all go follow Unc, man. Last year, last year, Kennedy Carter, Dana Evans, Lindsey Allen, Angel would catch a rebound, or any other player, even Michaela sometimes will catch a rebound, and they're right there. Like, they're not even trying to get in transition, get easy buckets. Like, they're not even trying to get in a situation of taking advantage of the defense, not getting back. If you notice, it was just a lot of Kennedy Carter catching the ball. That's why she would be trying to go get the rebound, because it was a lot of selfish play going on last year that if you don't really watch the film, you don't realize. I was watching the film on the Chicago Sky versus the Lynx last game, right? And I just noticed how Vandersloot would like see Angel Reese catch the rebound, and she wouldn't wait on the ball. She would take off in transition. That's letting Angel Reese know in preseason, I trust you to make the right decision off the inbound. If you really need me to come get it, I'm going to trust you to call me to come get the ball. But I believe in you enough and seeing you enough at practice, be able to catch the rebound, go full court, make the right pass or right play on the other end. Again, that's leadership. We didn't see that last year. Dana Evans, Kennedy Carter, Lindsey Allen, they didn't let Angel Reese kind of like be that multifaceted player that she actually is. And again, brush of fresh air, new coach, and you can tell it starts at practice. Like, Vandersloot is a veteran. She knows how to get players, build players' confidence up. She knows how to do the right thing. So I just love that Vandersloot is moving in a way that highlights the players and make them feel like everything they're doing is right. Because again, that's what leaders do, man. You want to make sure your players are well established on what good basketball looks like, and make sure make sure you're celebrating the little wins about making sure they understand good basketball, because it plays a big part when you get into the season and you wake up some days and you mentally don't got it, but you still understand what good basketball looks like. You still understand what team chemistry, what playing in a fluent offense, making the right play, making the right pass, rebounding, doing the dirty work. You know what it looks like and feels like. That's why I say preseason is more important than people actually think. It's not important to the record because it doesn't count, but the things you do in preseason do affect the regular season record, because it could be that play at the end of the game where in preseason you put an emphasis on 50-50 balls. In preseason, you put an emphasis on boxing out, all five boxing out, all five rebounding, where it could be the last play of a game where your defense boxing out or your offensive rebounding comes into fruition, and it's something you worked on in the preseason. So again, the preseason is very important. So we got to get back to the basics sometimes. When you think about sports, you can be planning for a long time, but sometimes getting back to the basics kind of like reignites your like basketball senses in a sorts. So that's my number 3, Vandersloot. Number 4, I would say our front court is looking more developed, more involved in the scheme of things, more important to the offense. Our front court, again, like I talked about with Angel Reese, just being able to get the ball off the rim. Camilla, continuing to rim run, getting better at setting the high screen, flashing to the rim, being an anchor, deteriorating, turning away shots. Like, all of that from the front court has been a vast improvement from last year. Again, I know they were still finding their way. Some of it was on the coaching staff, some of it wasn't. Some of them was on just the team, the locker room essence, right? Play styles, all of that, right? So I don't want to put it all on like the coaches or all on the players themselves. It's a combination of things. Young players. Again, we're in a microwave society where every player has to come in and be good and nobody can develop, which is very weird. Like, give them a chance to develop, give them a chance to find out what works at the next level, because it is a big leap. Trust me, the game's faster, the players are better. The coaching adjustments are better. The abilities are highlighted more by individuals versus the team aspect. Because in college, it's really a coach's system. At the next level, the coaches is there to just kind of temper everything and put the pieces together, but it's really more player centric. So that's why having the right roster is so important in the WNBA versus college, because it's more in the coach's system in college. A lot of players aren't able to really showcase all their skill sets because sometimes the system and chances and opportunities within that system won't allow you to actually showcase that, right? So at the next level, though, all of your skill sets are more heightened. That's why the best of the best play at the next level, not the best team. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many South Carolina players are there in the WNBA right now? How many UConn players are there in the WNBA right now? Like, it's not the whole team. You got few sprinkled in from this year, 1 or 2 from this year. Then the next 2 years, none. Then you got 1 sprinkled in from this year. So again, it's a different level. Skill sets are showcased. So that's my number 4. Chicago Sky's front court. Number 5. I'll say this. My number 5 is, I'll go with number 5. I'll go with Ariel Atkins. Ariel Atkins is my number 5. What's going on, Jay Capone, the Don? I'll go with Ariel Atkins, and because I feel like she is going to be so important to what we do throughout the regular season, because let's go through her responsibilities. On defense, she's going to be in a lot of pick and rolls because they're going to be trying to, if you notice, Ariel Atkins is in more pick and rolls. Hey, look, this is educational moment right here. If you notice when you're watching the game today, notice that Ariel Atkins will be in a lot of pick and rolls than anybody else in the backcourt. If you notice, Ariel Atkins will be standing in the corner a lot on defense. You know why that is? Because teams don't want her around the ball because she's so disruptive. So they'll take their best player and go put them in the corner when they want to run certain sets just to get Ariel Atkins out of action, because she's so smart and talented defensively, of blowing up screens, getting skinny, chasing things like that, disrupting deflections, forcing bad passes, shot clock violation, defensive plays. Like, she's so great at that team scheme for her not to be around certain ball actions. So same thing with pick and roll. You'll see Ariel Atkins in a lot of pick and roll because they're trying to get her off the ball. Again, that's how you know good defenders. You see them in a lot of pick and roll actions on defense, because the other team's game plan is to get them off the ball, get others in ISO to take advantage of them, because you can't take advantage of Ariel Atkins in that same aspect. So my number 5 is just Ariel Atkins. Today, if I'm Tyler Marsh today, I'm going up to Ariel Atkins and I'm telling her, because I love her defense. Her defense showed up from day one. Again, y'all got to remember how basketball works. Your defense shows up before your offense. Your offense is secondary to your defense. Defense will always show up first because it's like a calling card. It's not about defense. Isn't about skill set. It isn't about warming up. You can play defense or you can't. So it just automatically just shows up. Some players just walk out the bed playing defense. They're just gifted like that, and some work at it. So defense shows up first. So if I'm Ariel and Tyler Marsh is talking to her, if I'm Tyler Marsh, I'm saying, hey, this is what I need from you today. I need you to get off to a hot start. I'm going to run a couple sets, get you to your spots, because we need you full steam ahead game 1. Because I was having this conversation earlier as well that Ariel Atkins in like game 1, Indiana Fever, game 1. Those who know, if you don't know, you've been under a rock. If you don't know, Chicago Sky Fever play game 1. Game 1 versus the Indiana Fever, right? Let's go points. Backcourt. What's going on, Lily? What's going on, Lily? What's going on? What's going on? Right, Uncle J.E. Pop looks way better right now. Just about off her ball movements and stuff like that. Because again, she's around better players, better facilitators, so that happens. What's going on? Nubian Sage 1. Sanaya, Sonya Citron and Kiki was playing great for the Mystics. Sonya has that shutdown defense. I agree. T. Carmilla, what's going on? DH, I see why Cheyenne Sellers got cut. I got it on the screen, but I'm not actually watching it. I got it on the screen though. Lilac said, I was just watching the Fever Dream game and Sellers look so bad. Sadly, I think she's going to get cut. We'll see. We'll see. Again, it's a big adjustment. And again, she's the type of player that you need to, because she's not a catching. See, this is people are probably watching this game with Cheyenne Sellers and saying she's playing bad, this, that, and the other. But what you have to remember is this is what you have to remember. Cheyenne Sellers isn't a catch and shoot player. She's a rhythm player. She had a big transition going from Valkyrie to Atlanta. She probably hasn't got up to speed. They've played a game already. So I think that's the first challenge for her, getting up to speed with everybody else, being the last one to get there, right? Secondly, has she got into a point with the Atlanta Dream where they feel like give Cheyenne the ball and let her do her thing? We play off of that. I was watching her. They're not playing off of Cheyenne Sellers. Cheyenne Sellers is trying to play off of them. She's not that type of player. That's why I felt like Atlanta was the wrong team for Cheyenne to go to. But with Jordan Canada down, they'll need a player like Cheyenne Sellers at point, right? But you can't have her kind of be a off guard in a sense. That's not really her game. You wouldn't. If I'm the Dream and I want Cheyenne Sellers to kind of play like a off guard kind of role, I should have never picked her up. My scouting team did a horrible job because that's not her game. So I'm looking at the game and I'm like, it ain't that she played bad. It's just that the offense isn't catered to her skill set. That's why I felt like she was on the wrong team. They gotta be able to figure that out if they want to keep her. I don't think she gets. Does anybody know what's going on with Jordan Canada? What's going on Hollywood movie trailers? Hey, look, I agree, Hollywood. I agree with you. We on the same page. So make sure you go ahead on and get that membership, Hollywood, because we on the same page. Hollywood, make sure you get on and get that membership, man. Ace, shout out to Ace. Sellers can't move. She looks cooked. I just think she's trying to play off of them. They're not even Indiana Dream doesn't have a good bench, and she's playing with like backups that won't be on that team by Monday morning. What's going on, Goon the Shooter? Hey, Goon, I do got Kiki. So Goon, me and you on the same page. I got my three candidates for Rookie of the Year are going to be Kiki, Anissa, and Paige. That's my Rookies of the Year. So Goon, me and you on the same page with that. Jean Gray says Sellers lost her mobility. She's just not the same. No, Sellers never really played fast. again, Jean Grey, she's not the type of player. She's not the type of player that you just put out there. You got to have something in place for her to work around. Like, she isn't like a catch and shoot player. She isn't some kind of like motion move off pin downs kind of player. She isn't back to the basket, even though she is a big guard. She's kind of one of those, it got to be her system. It got to be her kind of like system and her style. That's why I wasn't a fan of Cheyenne Sellers going to Atlanta. And again, she's playing with backups, trying to find a way, so they're really not deferring to her. She needs a team where they can defer to her and say, Cheyenne Sellers, do your thing and get us there. I think she would play better in that role, but that's up to Atlanta to say, okay, this is how we want to view you. So, I mean, it's really up to her, honestly, and her mindset going into it. Dennis PC Gaming, what's going on? Hey, Dennis, you another one. I don't see that membership next to your name. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. I don't see that membership next to her name. Let's get it. Canada out for 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, two things keep Cheyenne on this team. Do they feel like they can groom her going into next year? But this is the thing. Even Chicago Sky are about to face this. Remember, there's 2 expansion teams coming next year. Then the year after that, Cleveland is coming in 2027, supposedly, along with another team. I think it's going to be a Washington team. I think they're going to give Washington a team. So you might have 4 teams in the next 2 years. That's 4 expansion drafts. And remember, you can only protect 6 players. So I know people, even for Chicago, I know people are talking about grooming Hailey VanLith, grooming Maddie stay on the team versus others. Will Maddie and Hailey VanLith be part of the protected players in the expansion drafts next year? That's where GMs are at. As fans, we're saying, hey, groom HVL, groom Maddie for the future, groom Sifka for the future. You only can protect 6. So you got 3 players. I don't think they'll be part of the 6 you protect. 1 or 2 of them going to be the odd woman out on that protection. So if I'm the GM and I'm like, in 2 years, one of these might be the odd woman out and one of these teams going to select them, do I keep them on my roster and have them there for a year, even though they're not ready? Or do I go with the more proven ready player? That's where a lot of GMs are at right now with the expansion draft. And again, I wish there was a way that you could keep 15 players on your roster and during the expansion draft, protect 8, right? But you can't. So it is what it is right now. Let me get to some more of these questions, man. Appreciate that, Gene Gray. Yeah, Random Razor, what's going on? Hey, Random Razor, you another one. You don't got that membership next to your name. Hey, I'm getting on all y'all, man. What's going on Brass? What's going on? What's going on? Bree Hall would have done better on what team, Goon? What team you talking about, Goon? Bree Hall would have done better on. What team is you talking about? Spotty Oddy. Zoe, who do you got winning most improved? I got Kamillacardoso winning most improved. That's who I got winning most improved. I got Kamillacardoso. I got a second player is Rickea Jackson. So I got Rickea Jackson or Kamillacardoso winning most improved next year. Well, this year. Lilac, there's this one play where she was wide open for 3 and kind of glitched. I agree, she's not a catch and shoot player. Yeah, they had to kind of play an off ball. Again, I think it's just bad timing for Cheyenne. Really, it's really just bad timing. And I hope teams giving up on her hasn't kind of messed up her psyche a little bit, and she's not fully locked in. We'll see though what Atlanta does. They're watching her at practice. We're only watching her for like, how many minutes did she play today? Like 7 minutes? How many minutes? Anybody in the chat? How many minutes did Cheyenne Sellers play today? I didn't keep up with none of that nonsense. Let me know how many minutes she played today. Random Razor said the only team that would go for that style seems like Connecticut, but they already have Rivers. I agree. I was one of the people that said Cheyenne Sellers and Rivers could play together on Connecticut. But I know Connecticut got Lindsey Allen over there or whatever like that, because Mabry is a shooter. You put another shooter at the coming off the bench to kind of play with them. It could work, because Cheyenne Sellers and Sanaya Rivers can guard threes and twos, so it can work. It can be an interchangeable backcourt, because again, don't forget, Connecticut Sun's backcourt last year had Dejanay on it, so, and AT was sort of in the backcourt in a sense, so they didn't have a lot of shooting in their backcourt. That's why they actually traded for Mabry. Remember, because they didn't have shooting in their backcourt outside of Veronica Burton, who went in the expansion draft to the Valkyrie. Outside of her, and she's hit or miss. You don't really look at her and be like, okay, she's a catch and shoot player. So that's why they traded for Mabry. That's how Chicago got that pick, because they needed a player like Mabry. What's going on, Richard Watley? Sellers do look like she's still coming back from injury. She looks slower, less athletic. I agree. Yeah, Uncle J.E., I seen that point blank layup. Jay says, Zoe, do they have a camp for learning how to play defense? Apparently they don't, and apparently these coaches don't know how to teach it. So Goon said, who Dallas playing? Told us the Antelopes type of team name is that. Yeah. Hey, there might be a good game though, man. Talking about to play some car salesmen and technicians. Y'all wild, man. Brad said Washington already has a team. I agree. I mean, I don't think Brass, but do they have a team? I don't think Washington brings back 5 of those players next year. I mean, look at their roster. I don't think 5 of them come back next year. So do they technically have a team? I don't think they really have a team. I don't see Washington going anywhere. Honestly, if I'm the GM, I'm only bringing back 4 of those players on Washington. Only 4 of those players. Shade, what's going on, Shade? Shade said we I'm guessing you're meaning we don't have any contract next year besides the rookies. Correct. That's correct. Well, you still got Angel Reese and Camilla under contract too. So you got your rookies from this year and Angel Reese and Camilla, because Will, Michaela, Vandersloot, and Ariel Atkins, they're all on a 1-year extension. Ariel Atkins was already on a 1-year extension coming from Washington. So Jean Gray, I've heard rumors that there will be able to protect 7 next year, since it's 2 expansion teams, so the Sky can protect all their young players. Jean Gray, I don't think that rumor is true, because why would you be able to protect more players when more teams can select versus 1? So I don't think that's true. Again, the new CBA is going to dictate that, so it isn't set in stone yet. It could be true, it couldn't be. But Jean Gray, I don't think that's true, because it doesn't logically make sense, because that team got to fill their roster out. So why would you protect more players next year when you have 2 teams in expansion versus 1 team? You would think, well, 1 team you would be able to protect like 10 players and let them select 2 players from every team that you can't protect, or something like that. 8. I would protect 8 and let them choose out of the 4, right, to build out their roster, versus 2 teams who got to get 15 to 17 players on their team for training camp. That don't sound logical, Jean Gray. So whoever's spreading that rumor, I don't see that planning out like that. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, we don't have to protect Dana Evans no more. Hey, look, she on my aces though, man. I gotta find a way to get up off of that, man. I gotta find a way to get her up off of that, man. She gotta get off my team. I'm gonna figure it out. Look, we got to get off there. Might have to start a GoFundMe, man. A said that's exactly what that was. Asia did the same thing early in Arrival when she was struggling with confidence. Yeah. Joe Mama, what's going on, Joe Mama? What's going on, Joe Mama? I hope I'm saying that right. Joe Mama, John Mama. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Sellers played 9 minutes, 46 seconds, and was not sharp at all. I agree. Israel Moore said, I'm going to wait for your ranking, Prince, but the Fever look mid. Make sure y'all tune in to Star Hoop Central on Monday. We'll be doing our rankings. T. Carmilla said, Zoe, how long will it take for Clark to get better at defense? Her career, because I don't think that's something she's really focused on. Players like Clark, it'll have to be, she won't get better on defense from the coach or her play style. Players like Clark, for them to get better on defense, one of two things going to have to happen for her to get better at defense. The media is going to have to highlight how bad she is at defense, or they're going to have to get a player in that locker room that can challenge her defensively to play better. That's the only way she gets better at defense, or tries 80% of the time. Because she'll give half-hearted efforts. She'll have one play where she just kind of like for optics tried, then the next 4 times she just kind of lets players do what they want, dribble right past her. So players like Caitlin Clark, who are highlighted and or in that kind of category, only 2 things make them really focus in on defense: the media highlighting their bad defense, or getting a player in that locker room that's gonna like challenge her to make her play defense, like an Asia Wilson or even an Angel Reese type of player, or even an Afisa Collier type of player. Somebody that's on her stature, that's gonna challenge her and say, hey, nah, we got to play defense. I'm going. That type of player. That's what it's going to take. Let me see who else we got. Lily B. CBA is adding more roster spots, expanding to 12, 13, 13, 14. I think they need to expand to 15. That way they don't have to cut their rookies. Their rookies could be their 2 final roster spots, two-way kind of give them that two-way kind of contract where they can go play overseas half of the year and be available for whatever, like, I mean, something like that, man. Who knows? Goon said Dana Evans needs to stay. She teaching Deja everything. Goon, you got to stop it, man. You got to stop it. WNBA in Nashville in 10 years. I could see Tennessee getting a team. I could see Tennessee getting a team. I could see Memphis getting a team. I could see Memphis getting a team. They got a huge sports market there. I could see them getting a team. I could definitely see that. But again, that's my 5 like highlights from the first 2 games. Number 1, just the energy, chemistry, overall look of the Chicago Sky. Number 2, the coaching staff looking like they have a plan in place. Number 3 is the front court of Kamilla and Angel Reese and what they're bringing to Chicago Sky this year and their improvements. Number 4, Vandersloot, her leadership. Number 5, Ariel Atkins and how she can impact the game offensively and defensively. Again, if I'm Tyler Marsh, I'm telling Ariel Atkins, I love the defense you're playing. Keep doing that. But today, I'm going to even call some sets for you just to let you know how you'll look in the offense. I'm because I'm watching them play, and I don't think that's one thing I'm still waiting to see. Like, I don't think they're truly incorporating Ariel Atkins yet. And I kind of get why, but I don't think they've truly like figured out what that'll look like for her yet. And again, maybe they got a plan. They're doing it at practice. They're just not showing their hand. You don't show everything in preseason. And then they do play the Fever first game, and Ariel Atkins is probably going to have a huge impact on that game. So you don't want to show your full hand during the preseason. So I get it. Yes, Israel Moore. I'm a whiskey guy. I am a whiskey guy. Hey, Reddit Milky Way, why I gotta be all that? Talking about yes, sir. Nope. He said Nashville. Forget Memphis. I can see Memphis getting the team before Nashville, though. I can see it. Yeah, Reddit. Let them know this lemon tea. That's what this is. This lemon tea. Going to shooter. Houston, Charlotte, Orlando, Sacramento need their old WNBA teams back. 1, 2, 3. Out of those 4 teams, maybe Houston and Orlando. I would say Houston and Orlando first. I don't see Charlotte getting a team. The market isn't giving there right now. Their market isn't giving. The Carolina Panthers and the Charlotte Hornets are hurting the market there. So Goon the shooter, they could possibly money wise, they got big pockets, deep pockets there. But the teams aren't playing. They ain't playing well enough to promote a team coming there. But I could definitely see Houston and Orlando. Definitely Houston and Orlando. Honestly, because there's supposed to be 1 to 2 other teams coming in 2027 with the Cleveland team. So Houston might be that team. We'll see though. I could see Houston being that team. A said definitely a better coach. Remember, we talked about Chen saying they didn't run pick and roll until after the All-Star break. Yes. I can see that. I can see that, Ace. Definitely better coaching. But shout out to Teaspoon. Great player, great person. Shout out to Teaspoon. But at the end of the day, we're just talking about on the court. We're not talking about off the court. On the court, so far, Tyler Marsh is looking like he knows what he's doing a little more. No shot to Teaspoon though. Shout out to Teaspoon, all the black women out there that are trying to continue to uplift the league. Again, we got to get out of the above reproach because you were good at another thing. Like, she's not above reproach as a coach because she was good as a player. Like, that's not how this works. What's going on, Terrence Jefferson? What's going on? Chicago Sky, new offense, well put. I'm guessing you're saying well put. Angel Reese in most improved player conversation. I don't think Angel Reese will get most improved because she made the All-Star team last year, and she, outside of her injury, pretty much led the league in rebounding. So she's in like a great area when it comes to that. Especially her being in the top 25, even though she's at the number 25 spot, her being in the top 25 kind of takes her out of that in a sense. If that makes sense, it kind of takes her out of it because of how good she was in her rookie season. Camilla left a lot to be desired. So I can see Camilla getting it over Angel if she just goes up 2 points, right? So I can see that.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.
Shout out Reddit. Shout out Reddit Milky Way for the $1.99 super chat. Hit the like button and subscribe. Yes, if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. Again, the like button. So the like button isn't for me. That's why I never really say it. I only say it at the beginning. It's really for the people who are, again, we got 125 people in here pretty much. And we only got 44 likes. Hit the like button. Take a second. We're going to take a second. I'm going to give y'all 10 seconds of silence to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Take a second to hit the like button. Thank you, Ready Milky Way, for the $1.99 super chat, though. Because I forget to say it. I actually forget to say it. So I appreciate when y'all remind me. Just take a second. We're not going nowhere. We got a lot to get to. Just take a second. Hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. And again, it's not really for me when you hit the like button. It's for those who are too stubborn to click the bell for notifications to let them know we're live. So it's really for them. Hey, but I love answering y'all questions. I don't really get to do that a lot because I do film breakdown. So keep the questions coming. I actually enjoy answering y'all questions when they're not like rhetorical questions. Don't ask no rhetorical questions. Give me some real questions to answer. You know what I'm saying? I like when y'all like to pick my brain and see where I'm at. You know, so continue to ask y'all questions. This has been a good conversation. This has been a very, very good conversation. You know, I've been asked to go on other platforms and do like a Q&A. I've just turned them down. But I might do that on my channel one day. I don't know when. But one day I'll do like a weekly Q&A. One day. I don't know when though. I'll see. But I've been asked by other channels to come on theirs and do it. I'm just I don't know. It's just not a big thing of mine. But I've been enjoying it today. Shout out to y'all for being real basketball fans and asking basketball questions, man. That's why I'm really not enticed to do it, because people don't ask basketball questions, you know. So Reddit said, Prince, do you think Sloot 5 turnovers last game was a big deal? No. Because you know me, I would have highlighted it in my post game. And again, make sure y'all pull up for all Chicago Sky post games. They're amazing. Shout out to everybody. The numbers are looking great. The comments are looking great. The likes are looking great on those. So shout out to all of y'all supporting the channel for the Chicago Sky post games. Man, we have a ball, man. We really get, look, I go back and watch my videos. I love that y'all keep it basketball. Like, that's what I love, is that it's strictly basketball. So shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate that. That's real love that y'all keep it basketball, man. I just wanted to give y'all that shout out. Sometimes I do it for y'all. Lilac BP, Ariel Atkins averaged 23 points with 60% field goal against the Fever last year. Yes, that's why I think she's going to be so important. Skull Brain Nation. Again, Skull Brain, make sure you go get that membership. Actually, let me drop my membership link in the chat in case y'all don't have it. Let me go ahead on and drop it in the chat for y'all. Again, great perks. I've already talked to a few of my members. I got some merch coming to them. I got a few more I got to get to. So if I haven't got to you yet, give me a second. I'll get to you, depending on what your perk package was. But my membership link is in the chat if you're not a member. But shout out to all of y'all who are. Let me see who else we got, man. Lilac, I agree with you. Angel is more in contention for all defense. Correct. Because she's in that great area because she had a good rookie year. She's like in that great area of most improved go to players who were like hurt, came back halfway through the year, players who were drafted high, had a bad year, didn't have a good year in their second year. They mostly get it, like Dejanay Carrington, right? Came back from injury, improved and all of that. So yeah, she's in that great area where her and Caitlin Clark both, like, they were in that area, like, no matter what they do this year, they're most likely not to get it because they're in like that gray area of the top echelon versus in the middle of the pack, kind of. Yeah, that makes sense because they're both top 25 players. Regardless of where they're ranked, they're in the top 25. And normally your top 25 players don't get most improved because they feel like they're one of the better players in the league, no matter where they're ranked. T. Carmilla, Zoe, do you see Rebecca? You see what Rebecca Allen said about last year's Sky team to Julia Poa in her interview? Correct. Yes. We talked about it. With Showtime. I don't know if he dropped it yet. He probably be dropping it later. I did a video with Showtime. He'll probably be dropping that later, where you could get my full analysis, T. Carmilla. So I'll wait till that drops, and then maybe in the post game you can ask it again. Once he drops that video in the post game, if he drops it before the post game, you can ask it to me again, and I'll give you a more in depth. Israel Moore said, Prince, do you think 15 and 3 alternates would be good just to cover for injury? No. You don't need the 3. Because your 3 are your alternates. Because remember, the roster is only 12. So you go to 15, you have your 3 alternates already. 2 can be a rookie, and 1 could be a vet that got a training camp invite, possibly. So that's how you kind of do that. That way you still keep your 2 rookies, and you got a vet or like a third-year player in the slot, in the weeds, that's probably not playing, but you're able to call up on for injuries and things like that. So I think 15, you don't need the 3 alternates. 15 is good. Because again, you're only adding 2 more teams. So 15 is good, man. 15 is good. Goon, I'm a reserve my judgment on Rebecca Allen. I need to see what she does today. I'm a reserve. She isn't looking like herself. That's all I'll say. She is not looking like herself, man. She is not looking like herself. Dre Stewart said they better not say anything about layups. Boston has missed 3 in a row. Yeah. And she was looking bad out there, man. Hog Balls 337. He got a New Orleans Saints question. What do you think about Carr retiring? He must have had some I seen that news this morning, Hog Balls. He must have had some bad ligament damage for him to retire, because he was supposed to have like surgery, see another doctor about like possible like just recovery things. So he must have had some bad damaged tissue like to the bone. Like there's different type of damage deteriorations. Some are to the bone, some are to the exterior, kind of around like your ligaments. He must have had some damage to his the tissue to his connected to his bone for him to retire like that. Not having any like big injuries. I know he had a big shoulder injury with the Oakland Raiders, so maybe that could be affecting. Maybe it started to deteriorate the tissue around his bone over time. So Brad said, do you know how to peel a lemon, though? Yeah, I know how to peel a lemon. Why you ask me that, Brad? Yeah, I know how to peel a lemon, man. What you worry about what I got going on, man? Oh, you might be looking at my glass, man. Israel Moore said, Prince, was the refs just roughing, or did Angel actually foul on Pilly because you didn't do your film breakdown like you did for Brazil, or you going to combine that game in this one? I'm glad Israel Moore said that. I know y'all was expecting my breakdown after last game, but being that they're playing them twice, I'm going to combine. See, I want to combine footage, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if he runs certain plays again today, and I'm going to combine them and be like, look how they adjusted from this play to this play. So they're playing them twice. So I just wanted to combine the footage to give a more realistic outlook on what like film study looks like. So that's great call out, Israel. Appreciate it. Israel. That means you be paying attention, man. you be paying attention. Appreciate that. Yeah. It'll come tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Y'all will get a Chicago Sky film breakdown from me with both games combined. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow. Terrence Jefferson. What do Chicago Sky need to do to upset the new improved Indiana Fever for the first game? I would say go to Camilla. There's 2 things they need to do. Well, 3 things they need to do. Go to Camilla early and often to keep Aaliyah Boston on the move. Go to Camilla early and often, because again, you want to be able to take Aaliyah Boston out the game, like just mentally. Just go to Camilla early and often. Ariel Atkins is going to have to give us great defense and 17 to 20 points. Vandersloot is going to have to give us 10 to 12 points and 7 to 8 assists. That's how we beat. That's how we beat the Indiana Fever. And if I'm Tyler Marsh, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to play chess with the Fever. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Ariel Atkins on Kelsey Mitchell. And I'm going to put Vandersloot on Caitlin Clark and say, Caitlin Clark, go to work. But you're not getting nothing else. Go to work, but you're not getting nothing else. And if I'm Vandersloot, I'm pressing up on her and I'm sending her into help defense every time. Like I'm putting Ariel Atkins, you the only person that don't help defense. You stay connected to Kelsey Mitchell, no help defense. We play Caitlin Clark high, coming across half court. We play her at the hash mark, coming across half court. We don't play her at the high break. We play her at the hash mark coming across half court. Those who don't know what the hash mark is basically the volleyball line. We play her high, 2 feet cross half court, and we funnel her into. We force her to go right, and we funnel her into help. Like every time she dribbles, we funnel her into help. We stay on her hip. We make sure we stay flat, hands out, so the refs see. The thing that a lot of players do wrong with Caitlin Clark is they know she's going to push off, right? Be in position for the refs to see the push off. Don't have the arm bar up. Don't be closely hugging her. Be in position to what you got to be. Hopefully, if I'm Vandersloot, Tulip said, Prince, can you put the link on the screen for the chat if they want to join my fantasy basketball team? No money involved. Yeah, I can put it on the chat. You just got to send it to me. Email me the link, Tulip. You just got to email me the link. Email it to iAmZoMedia. Yeah, I don't mind putting that on the thing. I don't mind putting that on the thing. I don't mind. But yeah, if I'm Tyler Marsh, I'm guarding Caitlin Clark at the high mark, not above the break. I'm funneling her right into passing, into help defense. Ariel Atkins, you stay locked to Kelsey Mitchell. Stay home on the shooters. Caitlin Clark she isn't looking to go mid. She's looking to go high percentage from 3, and she's looking to get to the rim, scoop layup. So you force her into help on the drive. You don't force her into shooting on the drive. You force her into help on the drive. Because if she's going to shoot, she would have shot already beyond the 3-point line. So you force her into help on the drive, and you make sure she stays in the mid-range game and see if she can beat you there. That's how you slow down a player like Caitlin Clark, because her mid-range game has a lot to be desired, because she doesn't have a great 1-2 dribble pull-up. She doesn't have a great inside outside step in the mid-range. So you force her mid, help defense at the rim, and you play high at the 3. I was watching the game today, and let me find out how they explain this. I'm watching the game today, right? And I'm looking at the game, and I'm like, are y'all not trying to play defense on her? Or are y'all just not showing y'all hand? Because I'm looking at the game, and I'm like, how did you not see that shot coming? How did you not see that pass coming? How did you not see that move coming? How did you not see that play coming? And I'm watching it from the TV screen. And look, I mean, we'll see. Maybe the Dream didn't show their hand all the way. Maybe they were playing back on her. Like, I mean, it is what it is. And again, that's nothing to take away from Caitlin Clark. Talented player, has a lot to be desired on the defensive end. I would just funnel her into help on the dribble drive, force her to play in the mid-range, play high on the 3-point line. If she's going to shoot it, let her shoot it contested. I'd rather let her shoot it contested than just coming across half court pulling up threes. I'm a player high, let it be contested, where at least my presence bothers her a little bit. So I'm going to do something like that. Defensively, I'm going to get her. See, this is another thing I notice teams don't do with Caitlin Clark, and it's very weird. I don't know why teams don't do this with Caitlin Clark. Why not put her in pick and roll? Like, if I'm Vandersloot, I'm putting Caitlin Clark in every pick and roll possible. If we just got to come across half court and be like, you go here, you go here, you come here, you stay there. We running pick and roll every play down. That's what I'm doing. Like, I'm just running pick and roll, Because guess what? On the other end, it takes our legs away. Pick and roll takes your legs away because you're trying to blow up so many screens. You're getting blocked on so many screens. It kind of takes your legs from underneath you by the second half. You don't really have your legs anymore. Elevation on your shot isn't there. So I'm one of those people. I'm watching around the league. I'm doing film breakdown, right? And that's why I say when it comes to film breakdown, if I ain't in your top 3, you don't know basketball. I ain't poo-pooing on nobody that do film breakdowns. I done watched a lot over the last year and a half. Film breakdowns on YouTube. If I ain't in your top 3 of film breakdown podcasts, you don't really love basketball. Cause I ain't, even when it comes to Chicago Sky, Aces, I ain't biased. I call it for what it is. I talk about exactly what's on film. Even some of my chat will tell you, they go at it with me sometimes about what I'm saying in my film breakdowns. But then over time, they come around because I'm honest. When I do film breakdown, I'm really just talking about what I see in front of me. No biasness. No biasness. Just what I see in front of me. Just what I see in front of me. I'm just I'm doing film breakdown. I'm watching players. I'm watching how teams utilize their defensive players, utilize their offense. I'm gonna be honest. I'll say this. I think the WNBA needs to take a better look at their coaches, developmental staffs, those who don't know who player personnel is, it's the players that kind of get the people in there. They're like the player personnel. These owners need to hire some kind of like hiring. I mean, I don't know what the answer is, but I'm not big on what I'm seeing on film. Like, it's like obvious stuff that a lot of coaches aren't doing. It's a lot of elementary stuff that coaches aren't implementing in their game plans. And this is not the poo-poo to coaches, right? This is just my honest assessment. A lot of these coaches, I don't know what they're saying in their interviews, but I don't see how some of them are getting these jobs. I'm still struggling with that. It is very, very weird. I'll be surprised if in like 3 years we notice a total overhaul of coaches as the game grows, as more eyes get on it. Because more things are being like blatantly noticeable. A lot of these coaches aren't running pick and rolls right. They aren't setting players up right. Their defenses leave a lot to be desired. Their 4-1 flats, they're running them wrong. Their high-low posts, they're running them wrong. Their traps, they're running them wrong. Their offenses aren't catered to the players they have. It's a lot. And it's like, I'm not a coach. How am I noticing this and seeing this? Just from doing film breakdown, and you have a staff that gets paid thousands of dollars to notice these things. So I wouldn't be surprised, like in 2 to 3 years, that's a total overhaul of like developmental staffs, coaching staffs. Because at some point you got to look at it and be like, this isn't growing and developing the players. And look, maybe I could be just the odd man out on that. Maybe everybody else feels like there's great coaches. To me, there's only a handful, honestly, that I like in the league, and that's non-biasness, you know. Like, there's only a handful. Honestly, just looking around the league this year, I know like 8 of them are new head coaches, but I feel like maybe 6 of them I'm really fond of, maybe 6 that I'm really, really fond of. So we'll see what that looks like. But I don't know. We'll see what that looks like, though. I don't know. Let me see if let me see what else I missed. Brad says some people don't know how to peel it. Hey, who knows? Who knows? I am ambidextrous, Brass. I'm left-handed, but I do everything with my right hand. And I think that came from being left-handed and training to play sports since I was like 5 years old. My trainers always wanted me to use my offhand a lot. When I was at home, they would be like, "Hey, make sure twice a week you eat with your right hand. Make sure twice a week you tie your shoes leading with your right hand." Like, in over time, it became like a strong hand for me. So I dunk right-handed, I bowl right-handed. I actually start my dribbles off right-handed. And I actually think I shoot left-handed, but I actually think I'm more comfortable going right than left. When I think I'm more comfortable going right than left. So I was ambidextrous. I just didn't shoot right-handed. I did everything else right-handed though. Let me see what else we got, man. Hey, good question though, Brad. Good question. Good question. Good question. Good question. Hey, Tulip, did you email me the your link? Because I'm not seeing it on the screen. So if you ain't emailed it to me, yeah, get that to me. Miss Goody Two Shoes, what's going on? Hey, Miss Goody Two Shoes, you another one. You don't got that membership next to your name. I'm getting on all y'all today. She said, I have been told that the guards have the green light to shoot. It should be revoked for Rachel Bannum. They need to keep her from top of the rim. Outside of that, I'm okay with her. They just need to keep her from the I mean, not the top of the rim, from the high wing. They need to get her on more brush screens, pin downs, like get her off the ball a little more. She's on the ball a little too much. I don't understand why, but yeah, get her off the ball. She doesn't need to be on the ball. Get her off the ball. Because you get her off the ball, all those Magic Johnson passes won't happen. Get her off the ball. But I look, I was on Rachel too much last time, so today I'm gonna take it easy on her. Unless she has another bad game like last game, today I'll take it easy on her. I won't mention her too much. Tulip said the Fever get away with a lot of moving screens, but they use the high pick and roll effectively. To be fair, correct. Yeah, they use pick and roll a lot, especially the high pick and roll. But on defense, I'm doing the same thing to them. I'm putting Caitlin Clark in every action. She's being in every action. Like I'm wearing her down throughout the game, and we setting solid screens. What's going on, Chicago Cheetah? What's going on? Let's get that membership next to your name too. Chicago is going to be good. I wouldn't consider them as caught on. I'm confused at what you're trying to say there. Contenders, because we haven't seen them yet, but I do believe they will be in the playoffs. Yeah, I got Chicago Sky as the 6th seed. Let me see who else we got, man. Appreciate all the chats, man. I agree with that. Tulip plays. You have to funnel CC into mid range. She is very strong at the rim and from deep. I don't think she's strong at the rim. I think she's creative at the rim. I don't think she's strong at the rim. But I agree with your analysis, though. I don't think she's strong at the rim. She gets forced off her spot a lot when she's driving and takes bad angles. But she is creative at the rim. As far as being able to maneuver herself in the air and get a layup off. She's creative at the rim. She isn't your best finisher, but she is creative. What's going on, Michelle, aka 85 Fly? Prince, Aces, and Sky fan here like you. Skaces. Yeah, that's what we on. Hey, we about to start using that, Michelle. We skaces. We skaces. Dre Stewart, I can't take credit for that. J Spot Network came up with it, and the rest of us who like both teams adopted it. I love that. I love that. I love that. Hey, Michelle, make sure you tell them come over to iAmZoMedia. We do all things Sky and all things Aces. We do all things Sky and all things Aces. I will be doing the live Aces game tonight too. I won't be doing any Aces post games till the regular season. So once the regular season starts, I'll start doing Aces post games because them in the Chicago won't be playing on the same night. Lilac said, I just saw a clip of Tyler saying that there might be lineup change today, probably at the point guard position. I can see Vandersloot resting today, HVL starting. I can see something like that because they need to make sure Vandersloot legs are fresh as possible throughout the season. That's why it was so important for me that they get a backup point guard in there. That's why I was looking at a Serena Sundell because she can back up, and I think she could eventually start for this team throughout the year when Vandersloot needs to be in her veteran rehabilitation kind of like mode of resting, you know. Hustle or nothing, Sloot ain't playing tonight. I figured that. I figured that. I think it'll be HVL. So Tyler can see if she can really distribute and where he wants to put her. Michelle said, Prince, saw you on Seth Talk Sports panel last Sunday, and I have been following you since. Hey, appreciate that. Shout out to Auntie Seth. Appreciate that. Lucky, I guess. What's going on? They haven't had Mojo out yet, though, so Mojo might start instead of HVL, I think. I could see that too. That way they can just make sure HVL is still continuing to get her rhythm off the bench. I could see coaches do that too. I don't know why teams keep falling for that same play between Caitlin and Boston. They can't be watching film. Hey, T Black, I've been trying to figure that out for a minute. Tay says Sundell sucks. She's not ready for that pressure at the moment. Same as Sellers, maybe year 2 or something. Tay, that's why I said bring Sundell off the bench as your backup point. Get her groomed alongside Vandersloot and what Tyler Marsh wants to create, because she is a floor general. You just have to incorporate her into the game plan. Okay. Hustle or nothing said game time decision on Vandersloot, but I would rest her like you said. Yeah, agreed. I would rest her. Hustle or nothing. Is Deja Kelly making the squad, or is she still on the chopping block? I think Deja Kelly makes the squad. And the reason I say that is because Asia has a big voice on this team, and during Deja Kelly's media day, her and Asia did some photos together. Usually when you know someone isn't making it, you try to avoid being in photos with them. But even Chelsea Gray, they did a concerted effort to be in the photos with her. So I can see her. I think they gave the starters like Chelsea and Asia some kind of inclination that she's possibly going to make the team because of the efforts they made with her in media day. They don't have a lot of space. They don't. But I think her and Leah Nye make it. We'll see though. I'm hoping she makes it though. I think she can be great for the future for the Aces. Again, teams are in a tricky spot right now with bringing on Aces, bringing on not aces, bringing on players that you're perhaps going to have to groom for 1 to 2 years because of the expansion draft and who you can protect. A team like the Aces, you're going to protect Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Stokes, and perhaps Aaliyah Nye. So that's your 6 right there. And like I think it was Jean Gray said, let's go to 7. Who do you protect? So it's going to be a tough decision for these teams when it comes to these rookies, because do you want to continue to have them on there? I mean, it depends. Lilac, so do you think they're going to who you think they're going to cut, Prince? Lilac, who you talking about, the Aces or the Sky? Oh, hey, just some lemon tea, Brad. Some lemon tea, man. Some lemon tea. That's all. That's all. Some lemon tea, man. I don't see Aaliyah Nye, Tate. I don't see Aaliyah Nye not making the team because she's their best. Aaliyah Nye could be their best player off the bench as far as catching shooting. So I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. Yeah. If the Aces cut Aaliyah Nye and I'm the Chicago Sky, I'm cutting Maddie just to get Aaliyah Nye on the team. Look, this might be far-fetched for some people, but if the Aces cut Aaliyah Nye, let me say this. Look, I like HVL. I like HVL. But if the Aces cut Aaliyah Nye, I would cut HVL or Maddie first and pick up Aaliyah Nye. That's how much I believe in Aaliyah Nye's talent at the next level. You can't teach shooting. Some people just born with that gift. And she's one of those players. It's just so smooth, so effortlessly. Look, and if you go watch if you're an Aces fan or not, and you want to get more information on Aaliyah Nye, make sure you go to my page and check out my Aces draft breakdown, what I did for Aaliyah Nye. Her NBA comparison is Buddy Hield. She's a Buddy Hield type of player. So make sure you go check that out. Her defense is a little better than his, but just her offense, streaky shooter, but when she's on, she's on. Great at catch and shoot, quick release, knows how to run the floor. Shout out to Kenya Clay. I love your channel. You keep it cool while speaking truth and facts. Appreciate that. Yes, that's what it's about, man. You know, just enjoying the people. Look, I had a lot more to talk about today, but I was like, I don't never get a chance to just enjoy my members and just enjoy y'all conversations. Cause look, and I do want to do this more because y'all don't have channels and y'all want to get out. Y'all as subscribers and channel members, y'all want to get y'all thoughts out there that y'all feel y'all better knowledgeable on than most. So look, I'm gonna continue. If you haven't been around a long time, Kenya, I'm big on. I'm probably one of the few channels that are big on highlighting my subscribers. That's why they stay around. That's why I got 147 people in here right now. I'm big on letting my subscribers know they're important to me. That's a goal of mine, honestly, because I'm a genuine guy at the end of the day. That's a goal for me, honestly. Just to let my subscribers know they're important to my channel and what I do. So appreciate that, Kenya. Kenya also said Nye and Kelly could for sure be the future, but the W ain't gonna give no space for that. Yeah, I agree. Israel said, Prince, what is it about Angel that makes her so much of a good compliment to players? Because she fits side by side with so many different players, especially in her draft class. It's because of what she brings to the table. She doesn't need the ball. She can play off-ball tenacity, great rebounder, great motivational player on defense. She makes you want to play harder. players like that can do multifaceted things, they can fit on any team. Like Angel Reese can go on the Fever right now and be there for, like right now and be there for, like, and fit right in, and you wouldn't even notice it because of what she does. Because what she does for the game, like she can go on any team and just fit right in. Michelle said, Press, you have to admit it. I'm one who didn't want Deja. I'm a Gamecocks fan, but seen a lot of her game with us playing her over the years. I'm surprised her preseason play with our team. I hope it works. I definitely hope it works. I'm a fan of Deja Kelly. I was one of the people that said Deja should have came out last year. So I was shocked that she didn't come out last year. I get she has some off the court stuff. Look, sometimes generational wealth is bigger than basketball. So I think that move going to Oregon was for generational wealth and her just mentality on what she wanted to do at the next level. She's big into journalism. She, if you followed her, she does like all on court interviews and stuff like that. So she's in the media kind of circle. So I know what the Oregon move was really about. So, but I wish she would have came out last year because she would have definitely been a second round pick. She would have came out last year. So I was a little upset because I was a fan of her at North Carolina. So I was a little upset she didn't come out. What's going on? Am I Raise Yay? I hope I'm saying that right. If people flopped every time Caitlin Clark pushed them, everybody would be laying on the floor. What's going on, Hog Boss? Zoe drinking a beautiful cognac, Grandma. Yeah, look, a little sub. Nothing too heavy. Nothing too heavy on them. Look, it's Saturday, man. It's midday. We just chilling, man. Enjoying the people, man. I'm enjoying the people. MJ said I wanted Aliyah Nye at 10. If this draft was redone, Aliyah Nye would have went to the Mystics instead of Georgia Moore. She would have went to the Mystics. What did Georgia Moore go? 6? Did she go 6 to the Mystics? Did Georgia Moore go 6 to the Mystics? Whatever Georgia Moore went, that would have been Aliyah Nye. What's good, Phantom? What's good, Phantom? What's going on? My bad, Van. What's going on, Van? What's going on? Maddox Viaco 999. I hope I'm saying that right. Vashio 999. Prince, who is your WNBA team? My WNBA team is the Las Vegas Aces, but I do root for the New York Liberty. I do root for the Chicago Sky, and I also root for, sad to say it, the Minnesota Lynx, because I'm a McBuckets and a Bridget Carrington fan. So I do, contrary to what people might believe, I do root for the Minnesota Lynx because I am a Kayla McBride and a Bridget Carrington fan. Both of them are in my top 10 favorite players to watch in the league. I just love that they do all the right things on the court. And no, I don't hate Fee. I just think that her defense is overrated. I think she's a talented offensive player. I think she's top 3 in the WNBA right now. I just think that the way they describe her defense isn't really what it is. So that's where me and people cross paths when it comes to Fee. It's the way that we describe her defense. Hey, Aisha said, I think Sellers was nervous. Hey, Aisha, that could be it too. She could be nervous. She could have been. I agree with that, Brass. Angel is a force multiplier. I agree with that. Hog Boss. I agree with that too, Miss Goody Two Shoes. With Angel Reese, the Fever would actually be a championship contender. I agree with that. Actually, if Reese was on the Fever, they might win it. Because if you look at their roster, a player like Angelreese is actually what they're missing. They're missing that utility player, and they're really hoping a player like Ryan Howard or Sophie Cunningham could be that, but they just don't have that makeup. That's what the Indiana. That's why I'm concerned about the Indiana Fever letting go of Bree Hall, because they don't have that kind of player. The type of player Angelreese is what the Fever is missing. They're missing that kind of player that just makes it easier for the rest of them. They're missing that. They're missing that kind of player. Hustle or nothing. I have a feeling only 5 or 6 teams are competing for the chip, while other teams are tanking for future juju. Am I the only one who feels that way? I agree with you about 5 to 6 teams. Actually, I'm gonna go lower than that. I think only 4 teams are competing for the championship right now. Honestly, I think only 4 teams actually have a legitimate chance of winning it. Yeah, I think only 4 teams have a legitimate chance of winning it. Some are in the middle of trying to rebuild, and some are tanking. The only teams I think that are tanking are Connecticut Suns, the Valkyrie, and maybe the Mystics. Because Atlanta Dream wouldn't have signed BG and brought in Brian Jones if they were tanking. They're really trying to compete because you got Alicia Gray, Jordan Canada there. So they're really trying to compete. Ryan Howard there. Like, they're really trying to compete. Chicago's trying to compete and get better. They're not tanking. Dallas, I don't think Dallas is tanking. Dallas is really trying to figure out what kind of team they have. Seattle and Chicago is kind of in the same boat. They're like right on the outside looking in of the championship contenders, along with the Mercury. So Chicago, Mercury, and Seattle are kind of in the same boat. They're right on the outside looking in. The Sparks, I don't think they're tanking. I just think they don't have a good team. I just think in their head, they're better than they actually are. And on paper, the Sparks look like a talented team, but I don't see where the infrastructure is for that team. First year head coach, I need to see what they do there as far as the coaching staff. It's a lot to be desired. Make sure I ain't missed nothing. I'm with you on that, Goon the Shooter. They missing Timmy. Yeah, I'm with you on that. They missing that kind of player. Hey, Goon, you got to be controlling. Mystics will not make the playoffs. You got to stop it, man. Kenya Clay, Sellers went and rising the incorrect frequency. She said, prove people wrong in her pregame, and that is not the wave to ride in your debut. That backfired. Yeah. Just say I'm coming out, you know. Maddox said, who are your top 4 teams, Prince? My top 4 teams are Aces 1, Lynx 2, Liberty 3, Fever 4. That's my top 3. That's my top 4 teams. Aces 1, Lynx 2, Liberty 4, Liberty 3, Fever 4. That's my top 4. And I got Seattle right on the outside of them. Like, Seattle is I got Seattle as the 5 seed this year. Seattle will be 5. Chicago will be 6. I have Atlanta. I have Atlanta at 7, and I have the Mercury and the Sparks fighting for the 8 seed. What's going on, Antoine Baker? Yeah, I mean, but it's preseason. Like, that's what they tell me, though, Antoine. They tell me it's preseason, man. So we can't, Antoine, we can't judge the fever off the preseason because that's what they tell me. They tell me it's the preseason. So that's what I'm going with. Pow is definitely looking great. Pow is looking great. I love her energy. I love how the team is embracing her. They had their little rookie, I don't know what it was, presser or something. It was on the stage or something. I love the energy that they giving to her. I think Pow will be great at this level. Shout out to Pow, man. Maddox said, for me, the Liberty, Lynx, Aces, Fever. Hey, everybody in the chat, we got 130 people in here. Hit the like button if you haven't. Who are your top 4 teams going into the season? Put in the chat who your top 4 teams are. Put in the chat who your top 4 teams are. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And again, we have 125 people in here, 74 likes. Hey, let's get this video to 100 likes in the next 3 minutes, man. 125 people, 74 likes. Let's get the video to 100 likes in the next 3 minutes. Do that for me. Do that for iAmZoMedia. Do that for me. Lucky I get. Hold on. Let me go back to the top. Lilac BP said Liberty, Lynx, Aces, Fever. So same thing basically. Okay. Reddick Milky Way said, I think the Mystics will do better than expected. I agree with you. I think they'll be a good team. Them and whoever misses the playoffs out of the Mercury and the Sparks, I think it'll be like a 2-game difference over the Mystics. But I think the Mystics will be in the fight until like the last couple weeks. Lucky, I guess. Liberty, Aces, Lynx, Storm. Okay, you got the Storm in there, not the Fever. Okay. Antoine Baker, Aces, Liberty, Lynx, Mercury. And Antoine, you must be a Phoenix fan, man. You must be a Phoenix fan. MJ said Aces, Liberty, Fever, Lynx. You got the Fever better than the Lynx, MJ? You got to explain that one, MJ. You got to explain that one. Hustle or nothing. Aces, Liberty, Lynx, Seattle. Okay. Some people got Seattle. A lot of y'all big on Seattle. Van said Chicago, Aces, Liberty, Lynx. Okay. You got Chicago 1, Van, is that your order? Or is that your order, or that's just your top 4 teams? Is that the order? Jean Gray, Liberty, Aces, Atlanta, Fever. Jean Gray, you got to explain the Atlanta one to me. I need to hear this one. Can you please explain the Atlanta one for me so we could be on the same? I want to make sure me and you on the same page with Atlanta. Tell me what you see that I'm not seeing. Maddox said, I got Liberty and Fever in the finals. Wow. Goon, Chicago, Aces, Seattle, Dream. Hey, Goon, you was tripping. What are the links in the Liberty at, Goon? You don't got them top? What are the links in the Liberty, Goon? Aisha. Am I saying that right? Aisha got Aces, Liberty, Lynx, Dream. Hey, some of y'all are big on the dream, and some of y'all must live in Atlanta. Let me go look at my and look at this demographic right quick, because y'all know I can see the demographic right as y'all watching. I can see where y'all channels are reporting from. Hey, again, we got 127 people in here, 80 likes. Let's get it to 100. Why y'all giving me y'all teams right now? Let's get it to 100 while we doing teams rankings. For Ficurti, am I saying that right? I don't want to say it wrong. Ficurti, Ficurt. I hope I'm saying that right and not messing your name up. Aces, Lynx, New York, Sky. Once they play more together, they have a real chance. Skytown, yeah. Hey, I'm with you on that. I think Sky could get into that top 4. It depends on how they look throughout the season. Sky is my sleeper team. I got them at 6 right now, just off of the roster build. But I think they got a chance to get in there. If they can go on like a little winning streak, a little 5-game winning streak, they could definitely get in the top 4. Tulip plays. Phoenix didn't learn from the Suns' big 3. Doesn't work anymore. Hey, they got the same owner. Tulip, they got the same owner. So I don't know. Antoine said, nah, I think the Mercury gonna shock a lot of people. We'll see. Hey, Antoine, you know me. I'm gonna keep it honest. If the Mercury do get into that top 4, I'm gonna come back and be like, Antoine was right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna screenshot that right now and put that in my folder. I'm gonna screenshot this for you right now, Antoine Baker. Screenshot. All right. I'm putting that in my folder. I'm gonna pull it back up. If you're right, I'm gonna pull it back up at the end of the season. I'm gonna pull it back up. Let me see. Lucky, I guess the Storm is such an interesting team to me because NECA, Scholar, Gabby, Ezzy, those starters really interest me, especially defensively wise. I agree. Great defensive starting unit. They're going to be in the top 5. Brass Tacks, Aces, Liberty, Lynx, Seattle. Okay. Hey, Seattle getting some more love than I thought. They ain't been getting talked about this offseason, but they getting more love, especially with the injuries to Harston and all of them. They getting more love than I thought. Tulip plays, Liberty, Lynx, Aces, Fever. Okay. Shelly, Aces, Liberty, Lynx, Storm. Hey, shout out to Shelly. The Storm is getting a lot of love. Wow. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Goon got the Lynx in 6. Goon, how you got the Lynx in 6? Oh, you got the Lynx at 6. Got it. Goon, you tripping. Oh, you feel like because they ain't gonna have Laney Hamilton and Kayla Thornton, their defense ain't gonna be that good? I mean, we'll see. Reddit, Milky Way, Aces, Liberty, Lynx, Atlanta. Hey, Seattle and Atlanta getting more love than I thought. Wow. Skull Brain Nation, Aces, Liberty, Lynx, Sky. I'm not mad at that one, Skull Brain Nation. I'm not mad at that one. Now, let me ask y'all this, though. Because now Seattle is getting more love than I thought. Even Atlanta is getting more love than I thought. Y'all not just doing that because y'all don't like the Fever, right? Y'all being honest. I need y'all to be honest with y'all picks. Don't be doing it because you don't like the Fever. Be honest with your picks. You know? Because I'm screenshotting a couple of these. I'm going to pull them back up at the end of the season. Lilac BP, the teams that have the most of their core have the higher chance, to be honest. Lynx, Aces, Liberty, nothing beats skill than chemistry. Correct. I agree with that. Lilac. Reddick got the Sky at 5, Fever at 7. Fever at 6, Storm at 7, Sparks, Mystics, and Mercury at 8. Hey, Reddick, Milky Way, me and you are kind of on the same page with the number 8. I think that number 8 gonna come down to the Sparks, Phoenix, and Mystics. So I agree with you. But other than that, we ain't on the same page. What time the Sky game starts? 6. Where the free live stream at? Oh yeah, I wanted to let y'all know. Cause I know you can do it on Discord. So not the Sky games, because I was gonna do because I do have Sky games with Showtime, but for the Aces games, I'm gonna create a Discord for those who can't watch the Aces games. I'm gonna create a Discord so we can watch it on the Discord. So be on the lookout for more information on that. I'm gonna try to get that set up in the next like 2 days before the first game, so people can start joining it. So I'm gonna get that set up for the Aces games so we can watch those, man. That's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be fun. A couple people been asking me about it. Instead of me doing the live Aces games, I'm going to do the post game for the Aces in the Chicago Sky. I'll be doing the live play-by-play with Showtime, Point Sports. Make sure I'll go over there. And I'll be doing the live Aces games in Discord. So it'll be fun, man. It'll be very, very fun. So I'm going to try to get all of that set up and situated in the next 2 days. Hopefully by Wednesday, when I do Excuse the Takeover, I'll announce it so y'all can start joining it. I'm going to try to get it set up, though. I got somebody helping me kind of set it up. Reddit Milky Way. I will admit I am wrong, but I really think Sparks will make the 8th spot. I guess that's what you're meaning. You probably had a typo in there. Yeah, I mean, I got the Sparks. They got some championship pedigree on there now, you know, with Hamby and Kelsey Plum coming back together. Rakia probably taking another step. Hopefully they can get Cam Brink back in the next 2 months. They can go on a little push and get to that 8 seed, possibly that 7 seed. I wouldn't be shocked if the Sparks get the 7 seed. They have a talented roster. I just don't know what kind of coach they have, but they have a talented roster. My bad. Let me see. What's going on, Saheed? Hey, Saheed, who's your teams, man? Who's Saheed? Who's your top 4, Saheed? I've been checked their game streams out on YouTube. Big screen red box in the middle of the screen. You can hardly see nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Razaye. I don't know what you're talking about. Lorenzo, what's going on, Lorenzo? D228. Aces, Liberty, Lynx, Storm. Interesting. The Storm getting some love, man. Wow, I didn't think. Hey, look, I did not think the Storm had some fans, man. Storm getting a lot of love. Wow. Okay, Lucky, I guess, said, I'm definitely being honest. I got the Fever at 5. Okay. Van got Washington at 8. I'm with you, Van. I can feel that. Lucky, I guess the Storm to me just seemed way more solid. Then you have the crash outs like that Scholar on the team as well. Brass tacks, chemistry is exactly why I don't have the Fever in my top 4. Okay, I can see that. A little figuring it out. I can see that. A little figuring it out. Right, Brass. The game comes on at 7 Central. The game comes on at 7 Central. So whatever time zone you in, it comes on at 7 Central. You just make your best judgment from Central time zone. Tay set up an Aces playback channel. Matter of fact, that's what I'll do. Tay, I'm gonna do an Aces playback channel. That's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna do an Aces playback channel. That's what I'm gonna do. Appreciate that, Tay. Look, I move off of my subscribers, man. So hey, y'all tell me how I move. I move off my subscribers, man. You know. So appreciate that, Tay. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Hopefully, I'll have it set up soon. I'm gonna do an Aces playback channel for those who are not able to watch it. so he said live Fever games too. You got to stop it, man. You got to stop it. Look, when I set it up, it's gonna be like Aces playback. But if there's a game that comes on right before that, and I'm just free and available, I'll pull it up too. I don't mind. Look, I want to be. This is one thing. If you're out there listening and you're not a Chicago Sky fan, I am a fan of basketball. So if you're a Fever fan, if you're an Aces fan, if you're a Liberty fan, if you're a Storm fan, if you're a Dallas fan, pull up over here. I am a fan of basketball in general. My channel is not centric to one exact thing. I do film breakdowns and I highlight all the great players from around the league. That's how you push the league. That's why nobody could come to my channel and say I'm biased. Nobody could come to my channel and say I hate on any team. I hate on any player, because I'm really just a fan of basketball. And I want it to always stay like that. Fikurti. Hey, you gotta let me know how to say that. You gotta break that down for me. I'm probably saying your name all wrong. Fikurt. I got Fever number 5. They've been sloppy. If they click more, might replace Fever, Liberty. So 3 Sky, Fever 4, Liberty 5. Okay. Who do you think will win the first game between Sky and Fever? I actually got the Sky winning the first game. And I'm gonna tell you why. The Sky teams that have chips on their shoulder just come out and just do, like, I think the Sky gonna come out with a chip on their shoulder from all the offseason hoopla. So I actually got the Sky winning that series. Like, honestly, I have the Sky winning the Fever series. They play 5 times. I got it 3-2. I got it 3-2 Sky. And this is how I got it. I got the Sky winning the first game, the Fever winning the second game, the Sky winning the next 2, and then the Fever winning the last game. So I got a 3-2 Sky. Let me get to a couple more, y'all, man. YouTube False God. Yes. May 17th. It is on. 36 feet. Y'all wow, man. Lilac, Liberty, Lynx, Aces, Seattle, Fever, Dream, Sky, Sparks, Phoenix, Dallas, Connecticut, Mystics, Vouch. So, Lilac, you got Dallas better than the Mystics this year? Okay. That means you believe in Paige. That means you believe in Paige. Lorenzo said, my 5 through 8, Sky, Fever, Mercury, Dream. Okay. All right. I don't think all Fever Hog Balls 337 said, I don't think all Fever players will make it to the end. They're old. I mean, Hustle or Nothing, 5 p.m. on the West. Hey, yeah, on that West Coast, y'all like 3 hours behind or 2 hours behind. Well, y'all 3 hours behind East Coast, 2 hours behind Central. Maddox said, if everyone stays healthy, I got New York Liberty going back to back, Prince. Wow, interesting. Maddox is a Liberty fan, y'all. Can you upload that in the chat? Upload what, Lilac? What you want me to upload in the chat? Hey, Aisha, I agree with you. They come with the BS. Yeah, I agree with you. They do split the fan base, man. Just keep it sports. I agree with you on that part. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. Hey, one more. Look, I know I've just finished talking about it. What's y'all series before we get out of here? What's y'all series predictions for Fever versus Aces? Fever versus the Sky. Which again they play 5 times. Put in the chat. What's your win loss for the Fever versus Sky? Again, they play 5 times. Put in the chat. I got it 3-2. I got it 3-2 Sky. Again, mine's is Sky win the first game, Fever win the second game, Sky win the next 2, and then Fever win the last game. So I got it 3-2 Sky. Okay, Uncle J.E. 3-2. Uncle J, which way you got it though, Uncle J? Which way you got it though? Hey, when you put your thing, you gotta say which way you got it. For all of y'all out there that's putting y'all things. You too, Israel. Which way you got it? 4-1 who? Hustle or Nothing did it right. 4-1 Sky. Trill Kevin, 4-1 Sky. Lilac BP, at least 2 wins. So 2-3. 2-3 who, Lilac? Look, y'all gotta put the name next to who got the winning record. I love how Reddit wrote it. Sky 3, Fever 2. Appreciate that, Reddit Milky Way. Appreciate that. So he 4-1 Fever. Wow. False Guy 5-0 Fever. Hey, look, that's your team. You can root for him. I ain't mad at you. Tulip Plays 3-2 Fever. Okay. Maddox. I got Fever winning 4-1. Okay. Shelly 3-2 Sky. Brass Tacks, Chicago 3, Indy 2. Lorenzo D 228. I have 3-2 Sky. Fever not going 5-0 against no Sky. They might don't win a game. Hey, so what's your record though? Rosalia? Whatever, however you say that. Okay, you got 3-2 Sky. Okay. Itorio 4-1 Sky. Okay. Van 3-2 Sky. Lucky, I guess 3-2 Sky. In the paint with Fox Media 4-1 Sky. The Fever haven't leveled up at all. Okay. Gene Gray, I just don't think the Sky have a good enough roster. Winning 1 game is huge for the Sky because the Fever shouldn't lose with all those all-stars. Okay, yeah, I agree. So he 4-1 Indiana. Okay, Israel, you had Sky 4-1. Did you have 4-1 Israel? Let me see. I forgot what you had put. Okay, Israel, you got 4-1 Sky. Got it. Lil Sip 55. What's going on, Lil Sip, man? You ain't been in the chat lately, man. Where you been at, man? You must be focused on them Bengals, man. Hey, them Bengals ain't going nowhere, man. The Ravens still run that. Hey, the Ravens still run the AFC North, man. Take that jacket off, man. But Lil Sip 55 got 3-2 Sky. Going to shoot a Fever Belly winning against these NBA teams who playing their rookies early against their vets. Lilac, Sky 2, Fever 3. Okay, Lilac. Hey, Andre, don't pay them no mind. Don't pay them no mind, Andre. Lucky, I guess. The Sky bench kind of got me iffy, but then the Fever bench is also iffy to me. I honestly think the Sky have a better bench than the Fever. Because either the Wana Bonner or Sophie comes up, either the Wana Bonner and Lexi Hall or Sophie and Lexi Hall come off your bench with Tipson. I'm not really feeling that bench. That's why I say if the Chicago Sky backcourt can stay in the game with Kelsey and Caitlin Clark as far as like points wise, that's why Vandersloot needs to give me 10 to 12 points and 7 to 8 assists. Ariel Atkins gives me 17 to 20 and 4 assists. They'll kind of like wash each other out, and then it'll be up to Angel Reese and Camilla in the front court of kind of like turning the tide. And for Angel Reese, I don't think it's going to be Angel Reese's points that are going to help Chicago win against the Fever. I think it's going to be Angel Reese's mindset and the other things she's do, like the dirty work, the rebounding, the guarding Aaliyah Boston in the post, guarding Ryan Howard. It's going to be Angel Reese's intangibles. But for Camilla, it's going to be Camilla's rim protection and points. But for Angel Reese to beat the Fever, it isn't going to be Angel Reese's points that beat the Fever. It's going to be her intangibles. Aisha says, "Zoe, your channel is about learning film. It's the best. I don't miss it." And leave in, I don't know what that last part is. And leave in, you know. But appreciate that. Appreciate that, Aisha. Goon the Shooter said, y'all do know they playing to 7-game series. Yeah. I'm glad it's going to 7 games. MJ got the Sky winning all 5. Wow. MJ 5-0 Sky. That's the first Sky 5-0 I seen. I seen some Fever 5-0. Goon got 5-0 Sky too. So I seen some Fever 5-0. Fee Kurtz 4-1 Sky. I'd be happy if they go 5-0 and Angel 2020 games and defense locked in. I got agendas to push this season, so hey, push your agendas. Push your agendas. Look, as long as they respectful, you can push them over here. You can push them on, as long as they respectful, you can push them on this channel. Push your agendas. Anybody who got agendas, you can push them over here. Push them over here. Let me see. Dennis PC Gaming 3-2 Fever refs interference. So you got the refs winning one of the games for the Fever, Dennis. In the paint with Fox Media, CC's game hasn't improved at all. I haven't seen an improvement. I'm with you, but I need to see more. I'm with you though. Let me see. Uncle J.E. said Bonner looks like she lost a step. I was watching her in the preseason. I'm kind of with you. I think that's why she didn't start today. I'm kind of feeling that. I kind of see where you're going with that. Lorenzo, Ravens reign supreme in the AFC North. Raven flock, let's go. Let's go. Ravens flock, let's go. Let's go. Hey, that Lamar jersey gonna be up there. As soon as the preseason starts for football, y'all gonna see that Lamar jersey behind me. Y'all gonna see it behind me. Don't worry. Yeah, Andre, man. Don't look. What I've learned is if you entice the trolls in the chat, they gonna just keep going. if you just look, this is their thing. They'll put it long enough for you to see it and wait for somebody to interact with it. But if you just let trolls just type, eventually they disappear because they're not getting the interaction they want. That's why I be like, y'all got to be patient with trolls. They'll put the same thing 4 times until somebody responds, because they know one of those 4 times somebody gonna eventually respond. You got to be patient with trolls and just scroll past it. If you notice, I don't read none of the troll comments. I know troll comments versus real comments. Eventually, they just disappear. But they go around to channel. I be seeing the same trolls on every channel because they acknowledge them. If you don't acknowledge the trolls, they focus on certain channels. That's why I don't acknowledge the trolls. That's why you don't really, if you notice, you don't really see a lot of trolls in my chat. Let me see what else we got. Cause we about to get up out y'all, man. Let me see. I'll make sure I've got everybody records. Andre got Sky 3-2. Hey, for Curty, you gonna have to I don't know, man. Give me a how do Google do it when you're trying to spell a name? What do they call it? Like the breakdown of your name? Am I saying your name right? For Curty? Is it for Curty or for Curtate? Like I need to figure out how to say that. Because I really want to say your name. Because you be having some good takes. MJ said they want to take it there. We can take it there for real. They don't want to take it there. Mike Wiseman, what's going on, Mike Prince? Didn't you and Keisha do a breakdown about the Sky overall record a month ago or so? At that time, you guys had the Fever winning 4-1. I never did a breakdown with Keisha. You probably got the wrong person. I never did a breakdown with Keisha. Lorenzo changed his. I changed mine. I say the Sky 4-1. If I'm wrong, so be it. Hey, don't let them change your. Hey, Lorenzo, don't let them get to you, man. Don't let them make you change your vote, man. Right. Hey, Van, we make sure you pull up. We're gonna be doing I'm gonna be doing some live Ravens games with me and HD. Remember the playbook connection with me and HD gonna start probably in a couple weeks. We wait until training camp actually starts before we dive into it. I want to just make sure I'm taking the full advantage of all of the WNBA fans right now and what they want to see. But me and HD gonna be getting into some playoff connection stuff going into the preseason. So y'all be locked in, man. Come on, CC tried to play defense. Who said CC tried to play defense? Michael, I got CC and Kelsey both getting 25 a game. Bonner and Howard got 15 a game, and Sophie and Lexi at 11 to. So that's 50. Hey, Michael, you got some high hopes, man. Hey, let me add this up, man, because I want to make sure I'm right. Because I know I'm not tripping. So that's 50 between Caitlin and Kelsey, Michael. Then there's 30 between Dewana Bonner and Howard. Then that's another 22 to 30. We'll go 25 just to be safe. Because you said between 11 to 15 points. So we'll go 25 instead of 20. We'll meet in the middle. Instead of 22 or 30, we'll go 25. So you got the. So let me get this straight, Michael. You have the Indiana Fever averaging 105, 104 points a game. Wow, interesting. That's a lot of points. That's some NBA teams don't average that. That's a lot of points. Yes, sir, Van. Locked in for the Ravens. Locked in. All right, Skull Brand Nations, bet. I'm about to, me and Show about to go live in a few for the game. Make sure I ain't missing no comments, man. Man, I appreciate y'all today, man. Y'all been cutting up, man. Hey, yeah, Brad. Uncle J.E. I don't know who they think that Fever team is. Ain't nobody averaging like that. Okay, last year they averaged 80 a game. Michael, that is a 25 per game jump. No team has ever done that in history. Had a 25 per game jump. You know, that's a 25 per game jump. That is impossible. You know how hard that is to do? No team in history has had a jump like that. WNBA, NBA, college. You know how hard that is to do? Wow. That is hard to do. Right, false guy. That's NBA numbers. Like, that's hard to do. Let them know, Trill Kevin. Ain't enough balls for them to be dropping them around them points. Right. Michael said they did it with 3 scorers last season. Now all 5 can score. But Michael, let me tell you how basketball works. When you got 3 players can put up big numbers. But when you got 5 players, those 5 players all have to take a certain amount of shots. Some of them are rhythm players. Some of them need to be set up by others. So yes, they're all scorers, but they're not coming in being utilized the same way, having the same usage rate. DeWanna Bonner will not be taking the same amount of shots she took on Connecticut last year. It would not help it. Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark both will not take as many shots as they took last year. I would be shocked, especially if you want them to. Sophie Cunningham, same thing. She will, again, in the preseason, Sophie Cunningham is showing you more offensively than she will during the regular season because of how the game and her minutes and rotation is going to be set up. In the regular season, Sophie Cunningham won't be getting her play called like that. Sophie Cunningham will be this is where fans are getting confused. Yes, y'all have Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham will be the fourth person in any action to take a shot. She will not be in the first of any actions. She will not be the first option in the pick and roll. She will be not the first option in read and react. She won't be the first option in high, low block. Like, none of that. On pin downs, Sophie Cunningham will not be for offensively what you think she will be just because of how the play style works. But hey, I get it. But I'm about to go live, man. Hit the like. Let me see my likes right quick, man, because y'all be stunting, man. I love connecting with y'all today. I'll see y'all for the post game, though, man. But 89 likes, man. Hit the like button, man. We only got 89 likes. Hit the like button on your way out. If you're not a member, become a member. If you're not a member, become a member. Become a member. Hey, Michael, I will get into that. If you want to pull back up for the post game, or another time, we can have that conversation, man. We can have that conversation, man. But I'm about to go live with Showtime and Key over there. But appreciate all y'all for pulling up, man. Appreciate all the love, all the support. Make sure you become a member of the channel. Just go to my homepage and click join. Hit the like button on your way out. All 90 of you still in here. Hit the like button on your way out. Comment after the video drops. Look, 2 things I need y'all to comment. All 90 of y'all, I need y'all to comment after this video drops. Put your top 4 teams in the comment section and put your Fever versus Sky record in the comment section. And let's have some dialogue there, man. Let's have some dialogue there. But good stream, y'all. Appreciate all of y'all. I'm out. I'll see y'all for Chicago Sky post game after the game. Pull up the Showtime Point Sports. We'll get it cracking over there. Deuces.
iAmZoMedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. She cross up defenders, step back, that's clean. Highlight moments, blowing up the whole scene. From buzzer beaters, the teamwork extreme. The beauty of the game, living out the dream. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the stats in my soul. Women's basketball shining, that's the ultimate role. From legends of the past.